Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, welcome and thank you so much for watching. Please remember to click the subscribe button so that you do not miss any of my videos. Today I'll be talking about the other side of marriage that nobody talks about, that it's like all hush hush, nobody's really saying much about it, and a lot of people get shocked after they get married that, oh my god, is my marriage up in flames? Why are we not having the perfect Insta marriage or YouTube marriage that we see? And I'm going to tell you all about the other side, the undocumented, the not so highlight reel of marriage. From my last video, why I feel that being a perfect wife, a lot of people gave me feedback like, oh my god, I actually relate. And at that time when I was going through this, or what you are talking about, I had nobody to talk to, or either I thought I was the only one going through this, and it's refreshing to hear that somebody else can relate. So let's get to it. I forgot to say that, guys. The first issue is that, or what to realize about marriage, is that we are from different families. We are raised differently. And imagine now trying to take two people from two different households and saying, okay, become one, because I mean that's what the Bible says. When you get married, you and your husband become one person. Now you imagine that happens automatically, isn't it? Like honeymoon night, obviously we are one thing now. Yes, you are, but you have to work at being synced as one, like working as one. Because imagine you come from a family that believes that you should wash dishes before you sleep, and your husband comes from family that says you can leave the dishes and wash them as early as possible in the morning. There will be a lot of that friction in the beginning. Like, you will not agree on a lot of things because you are working from what you know, from how you were raised. And the same thing is true for your partner. They are working from what they know and how they were raised. So now you are trying to take what you are given and make it work, but it seems quite frustrating that it's not working and other people seem to have it all together. I mean, there are pictures show that they got married and things have just been working, like they're reaching one goal after the other, after the other, after the other. But what people don't tell you is that in the background, they are struggling quite a lot to make this thing that should happen, man, just automatically work. And it's easy to say, oh my god, what did I get myself into? This is not what I signed up for, when you are just looking at your marriage and just you and your partner. But it's not like that. We all in the beginning struggle to get the going, like get the marriage going, like being one, like functioning as one unit. And you need to realize it's not going to happen automatically. It's going to take a lot of effort from both you and your partner. Remember, you both come from different households. You both want things to be done differently. And what another thing that people don't really say much about is the importance of being equally yoked. I know it's been preached over and over and over that you do not be unequally yoked with unbelievers, but most people don't understand why. What's the reason behind you not being unequally yoked, especially in marriage? The reason is that if anything, you can disagree about dishes, you can disagree about the time to come home or the time to cook or whatever else, like how to spend the money that you have. You can disagree about that and you can get back from that. But the issue with being married to someone whose beliefs are different to yours is that your beliefs are literally your moral compass. And if they are not the same thing as the person you're married to, oh my god, it like being frustrated is like not even the word for it. You will struggle a lot. You feel like calling it quits because what you believe and want, I mean, what you've always believed is the right way to do life. I'm not talking about sleeping at 6 but I mean, if you believe that cheating is a sin, and having maybe multiple partners and adultery and all that. And then now you are married to this person who believes that, no, I mean, every man cheats. You see where it's going. It's already a mess. Your moral compass are like pointing, boom, two different ways. So it's very, very, very important to get married to someone who believes in the same things that you do. That way, all these other struggles that you're going to have, you can fix them. But hey, you do not want to be in a position where the other person believes something else, and he believes that when the kids are sick, take them to a sangoma, and you believe take them to a pastor. Guys, like, those are fights you should try by all means to not have. So at least if they believe the same thing, you are equally yoked. That is the importance of being equally yoked. That's what nobody tells you. They tell you don't, but they don't tell you why. Because later on in life, you do not want to be fighting about, hey, you believe in this, you believe in that, and this is not what I believe. No, it's not worth it. Get it right from the beginning so you don't have this type of issues. And another thing that nobody really says is the importance of leaving and cleaving. I know you know that the Bible says you must leave your mother and your father and cleave to your wife. But what you don't actually realize is that you must leave and your mother's habits that she taught you, your mother's ways of doing things, and cleave to this partner of yours, and cleave to your beliefs and your habits and your traditions. Because a funny thing that has happened to me and my husband is that this other, like in the beginning of our wedding, of our marriage, I'm sorry if I keep saying wedding, but in the beginning of our marriage, we had a huge fight about laundry. But yes, like, guys, if I say huge, I'm talking about calling it quits and just, you know what, I can't do this anymore because of laundry. It sounds stupid and crazy, but it was such a big thing in our eyes at that time. And the reason for that was really because we didn't really leave our parents' habits. We didn't leave our parents' ways of doing things and live together. I grew up in a home where my mom had a helper, so I didn't really do laundry that often. Yes, I did laundry because I mean she wanted me to know how to do this thing, but it wasn't something that I had to do it, and if I don't do it, it will not be done. But it was just something that I had to do because if I don't do it, then I'll never know how to do it, and that's not nice, especially if you're a lady. My husband, on the other hand, grew up doing laundry, and his mom, like, it was a regular thing that they did. Now, come me and him together. We are married now, and he expects me to do laundry even during the week. Hey, I was like, oh, what? And I didn't do it. And he kept communicating that you must do laundry during the week because by the time Saturday comes, I don't have this, I don't have that, I don't have this. And me, I'm just chilling like, hey, me, I didn't do this growing up. Like, I didn't do this at home. So I will do them and I do laundry over the weekend. I mean, it will suffice. And it was because I didn't leave my old ways of doing things. Like, I did laundry not for necessity's sake, but so that I do it. And he wants me to do laundry because it's necessary to do it. So leave your parents' habits, leave everything you were taught at home, leave it there, and then cleave to your husband's way of doing it, to you and your husband's way of doing things. Create new habits, create new traditions, and just flow with it. Like, don't be hard. And another thing is you will have to compromise a lot, especially as a woman, because I'm speaking from my side of the coin because that's how I experience it. Maybe one day I'll do a tag with my husband and then he can give his take on it. But now I'm going to talk about mostly ladies, first of all, you are already compromising your family. Sorry to say this, but I mean it's true. When you leave your home, isn't it? After the marriage thing, they say that they're taking you to your new family, and they never take the guy to your house and say, yeah, they're welcoming Makoti. You take your husband's surname, and you're already compromising a lot in that way. And then now, when you're married, you will still need to compromise even further. And both partners need to compromise, because you can't work as if you are now just one person doing your own thing. You don't feel like talking, so you're gonna lock yourself in the room, or whatever things you used to do. Now you have to think for your partner as well. Like, my husband maybe doesn't like peri peri. I used to eat a lot of hot food, and now I don't. I literally I do still eat hot food, but it's not like before. It's like every once in a while, because my husband is not really a hot food eating person. He would rather not. If he can avoid it, he will. So you compromise a lot. Sometimes you would want to go out with your friends and just go wild, and it's not an ideal time, or your husband needs you to go to a function with him, like work function or something. You have to compromise that. You have to compromise the amount of time you spend with your friends, even to spend it with your family. And for most people, it's a struggle, because you also feel like, no, I need to be my own person. I need to go out with my friends and this and that and all these things that you have in your head. Take whatever thing that someone told you about not compromising, standing your ground, being independent, and just put it in a little box, and go through it far, like very far. Because, I mean, marriage is a lot of work, guys. It's nice. I'm an advocate for marriage. I want people to get married. I love when people get married. But I don't like it when people just go in like blind. They just go in and expect things to work automatically, like without effort from their side. It doesn't work like that. You have to put in a lot of effort, like a lot, guys, a lot of effort. And you have to compromise and keep compromising. Sometimes you are fighting and fighting, and you don't want to be the one that apologizes because you feel wronged. Like, forget about all of that. Forget about being right all the time, and just accept that sometimes you have to just say, okay, for peace sake, I'm going to apologize and let this thing go. And man, we are happy, we move forward. I'll be the first one to tell you that compromising sucks. Like, guys, it sucks. Like, sometimes you just want to be right. Sometimes you just want to do what you want to do without having to compromise so much. But I mean, it is what it is. It's marriage, and it's not always about me and my things and my wants and my needs, but it's also about my husband and now my kids too. I still need to compromise. Then, when you have children, you keep compromising, but by then, hopefully, you would have learned how to do it and how not to be so salty. Because I was salty at first, I don't want to lie to you guys. And that, like what I was saying, that sometimes you want to go out with your friends and you want to just be you and do you. You feel like you are losing a sense of who you are, because now suddenly you can't live your life the way you used to. You can't just go wherever you want to, whenever you want to. And it feels like, no man, who is this person? Like, what am I supposed to do with this new person that can't just move when they feel like moving, or that can't just dance when they feel like dancing? Not in that, like, you can't dance, but I mean, you can't just do things anyhow or how you used to do it without thinking of the other partner in this marriage. But it feels like I don't even know myself anymore. Like, who is this person staring back at me in the mirror? Like, what is going on? You feel like you are losing a sense of who you are. But I guess to keep that, like who you are, and not just fall into a haze where you're like, hey, what's happening? What's going on? And am I ever gonna get back to normal? What you need to do is keep your friends. Don't now say, me, I'm married, guys, grand. I'm gonna go find new married friends somewhere. Hey, hey, with this and that. Keep your friends that you had. I mean, if they're not a bad influence and all of that, why are you letting them go? Keep your friends and go attend their things when you can and as often as you can, so that they can also attend your things. Keep them in the loop with what's happening in your life, and don't just completely shut them off because maybe they're not in a stage where you are. That's not cool. And try to get your husband to maybe, like, if you are a person that like going to the movies, don't stop. Don't just stop. If you liked reading, don't stop. Do that. Keep doing it, and keep doing the things that you enjoy, so that you don't feel like you're cheated or stuff like that, where you feel like, me, I've given up everything. And don't do it. Don't do that. Don't be that person. Anyway, guys, I've come to the end of the video today, but always remember that marriage is nice. Marriage is amazing. I love being married. I enjoy being married. I love my husband. I love my kids. But it's a lot of work, guys. It's a lot of work. It takes a lot of effort from both partners. And you just need to keep communicating. Where if you're not happy with something that's happening in the marriage, don't just be sulky and not say anything and expect your husband or your partner to know automatically. They won't. They're not psychics. Even though they know you better than most people, they're not just going to somehow figure out what is wrong. Say something. Use your words. Use your words, darlings. Use your words. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe. I love your feedback, love that feedback. So do not hesitate to leave feedback. I love it. But see you next week. That's all. Come on.